Hello, we are Chat and Chew Consulting. We help you chat so more customers will chew. Welcome to our presentation. We are here to help you and improve your department. Throughout this presentation, we will show you who we are, why you need us in your department, and what we can do for you. Our company members include Christian Bruno, who will tell you about our company, Luke Langer, who will tell you what we noticed about your department, Mercedes Griffith, who will give you our recommendations for your department, Wesley Johnson, who will conclude the presentation, and myself, Kayla Stitt.
So Chat and Chew has seen that the big problem that dining service is having with connecting with the student body is just communication in general. We feel that we can increase your student involvement by 20%. That's 20% increase in the amount of meal plans that the students are purchasing at UWG. You can see in the chart below that with the work that we've done with KSU and UGA and Georgia State, that you've seen significant improvements from before we came in to after we were finished with them. We've also worked with Coke and Kraft and Kellogg's, and in those companies you can see that their brand and their involvement and the amount of people that want to participate with these companies is just consistently growing. That's because we gave them a plan that would start them out on the right track. So the best way that we feel to connect with these kids and with these students is through social media. 25% of their day is spent on social media accounts. That's 1/4 of their day. And so we feel that with our 5+ years of experience with everybody on our team, that we can help your social media grow and reach all of those students that are spending all their time on social media. It is the best form of communication in order to get your brand out there. We also have plans for some events and some giveaways and some sponsorships, all these things that you can do that'll get them excited about coming in and purchasing a meal plan. And we feel that and with all these ideas that we have, we know that when you bring them out to them, they're going to come. We've seen it happen. We saw it happen with KSU. And just by changing your meal plans in general, that is our last idea and our last area of need that we see. We feel that you need to change your meal plans and change the structures. And if you add more options and change these things the way that we feel y'all should do it, that you will see just great growth. You'll see so many people coming and buying these meal plans because they have more options and because you're communicating more with them and that you're really just making them feel like you want them to be a part of what you're doing. That was Georgia State's biggest thing, was when we said, hey, you need to change your meal plans. And then they came, they did that, and they saw that growth that you see there in the chart. They saw that just an exponential growth. And so, in conclusion, we feel that if you just listen to us and you let us take control and you go with Chat Chew Consulting and go with our recommendations, that we can take away those roadblocks that you've had hindering you in your business today and the amount and the reason that you're not seeing that growth. And so just trust us and our expertise and see all of the evidence that's there and just trust that we'll be able to take you where you need to go.
Right here we have a depiction of University of West Georgia Dining Services SWOT Analysis. Starting off with their internal communication, their strengths include communication between managers. This being said, it means the communication with the managers we found out is fine. Really wasn't too many problems. Messages get relayed great and managers know what they're doing. Some of their weaknesses internally include lack of communication with student employees, which they communicate a lot with email. And as we know, lots of college kids do not check their email as often as they should. And with the email communication, it would be much more effective to use text, other things like that. Some of their external communication opportunities include increased student participation. There's always that opportunity, especially with being West Georgia. We don't have mandatory meal plans, so you don't have to sign up for a meal plan. So advertising is key right there. If you're in the students' faces all the time, having events, doing all that stuff, it's much more likely for you to increase that opportunity. Some of their external threats include off-campus dining. With myself included, I do participate in West Georgia's. I have dining dollars, and I occasionally use those, but I don't have a full meal plan or anything because I found out that it's cheaper, it's more easy on myself to choose a lot of off-campus dining options because they're out there, and that's really a growing industry. So that is a major threat for West Georgia Dining Services. Right here we have the comparative analysis between Kennesaw State University's dining services and University of West Georgia's, and this is the depiction of the student participation. The University of Kennesaw State, it is mandatory for every student to have a meal plan option, whether you're a commuter student, anything. They have different kinds, different setups, and the way they do it is they actually do it by grade level on which meal plan you have to have. If you're a senior, you still have to have a meal plan, even if it's only their $100 meal plan. At West Georgia, it's nice that they don't make you do that, but also Kennesaw State generates a lot more revenue from that option. Another thing is the way they communicate with their students through on-campus advertisements, campaigns, stuff like that. Kennesaw State is very effective at that, and they also have some of the state-of-the-art dining hall. I believe they only have one dining hall, and it's the most. They have food from abroad, everything. While the quality of West Georgia's dining hall doesn't even compare to Kennesaw State's. That's one thing. And communication from emails, stuff like that. Kennesaw State actually has, they've gone social, kind of use Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff that West Georgia's dining services seem to lack.
The University of West Georgia needs these recommendations to have a successful dining service. We've come up with a few ways to revamp your dining services. The University of West Georgia definitely needs these recommendations. Let's start off with internal communication. First, we'll start off with an affordable meal plan for commuter students. We are targeting these students to give them food options since they are coming to the university for classes. Although they are not staying on campus, food is an important part of anyone's stay. By creating this meal plan, they already have a prepaid meal waiting for them whenever they are on campus and no longer need to go to any other competitor for lunch. Our second point is to create an affordable meal plan for upperclassmen. By creating a meal plan for upperclassmen who live around campus, this eliminates their need to cook. They can focus more on school or whatever else they need to. They also will be saving money on groceries each month. Our second point is on external communication. Let's start by revamping the website. By revamping the websites, students will be able to go onto Dining Services website and see what's on the menu for the day. They will also be able to see the nutritional facts and see what they're eating firsthand. Our second point would be to connect to social media. By connecting to social media, the university will be able to create a following by the students. They will be able to see the food firsthand. By connecting to social media, we will be able to inform students of new things on the menu or any events of the month. We'll be creating accounts with Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook. These are the most popular social media, and we will gain a big following by the students. Our final point is the overall organizational image. We'll start off by making the Z6 look more like East Commons. By updating the Z6 to make it look like East Commons, we're giving the dining hall a more open and modern feel. It gives the students more of an incentive to go eat at a nicer dining hall. The second point would be to improve the menu. By improving the menu, you are able to provide more options to students. By providing more options, you give them a reason to go to the new and improved dining hall. This begins to increase revenue and definitely bring more students in. By following these recommendations, our plan is to have a successful dining. And now we're going to go to conclusions by Wesley.
So in conclusion, Chat and Chew feel that if you follow the recommendations we've laid out for you in this proposal, you will see tremendous growth in the amount of meal plans that are purchased and in the brand of dining services at University of West Georgia. We stand by everything we told you 100%, and we guarantee that we will be with you every step of the way, and that you will be able to make significant steps forward as long as you follow everything we've told you. So please stay in touch with us, and we will look forward to hearing from you and working with you. Thank you.
Although we feel that our recommendations will improve on your department, we understand that there are always risks. Risks that may be involved with our recommendations are that the students won't follow your department on social media, the renovations may take longer than expected and or cost more, and also the students may not accept the changes being made. But we feel that our recommendations will change your department for the better. We understand that taking on these risks may be hard, but we plan on working with your department until our plans are fully implemented. We trust in our company and our department's recommendations for your department. We can't wait to start improving on your dining services and changing it for the better. We hope that you will trust us in taking your services to the next level.
So we're recommending that you renovate the Z6 dining hall because to most students it's already unattractive because it's in a bad place. And on top of that, it looks pretty old. It's not appealing to many students. And so that's one reason that they're not wanting to get a meal plan in general, because the places to them don't look good. So we're feeling that if you go ahead and renovate the Z6 dining hall and update it and make it look more like East Commons, that'll bring more traffic and it'll bring more people coming to buy meal plans because they have another place where they can eat, where they feel comfortable and want to spend their time.
Now you may ask yourself why working with Chat and Chew Consulting Company would be a good investment or a good choice, which is a very good question. And it really would be a good choice because of student participation. That's what the goal is. That's what everybody wants to do. And we'd be able to increase the student participation and make it go through the roof by having on-campus events, giveaways, everything like that. In order to sell to college students, you have to be in their face, putting out flyers and hanging stuff up in dining halls and on campus and stuff. People just walk around like they don't really pay attention to all that stuff. But if you're having samples of food and you're doing giveaways and you're doing all that stuff, interacting with the students face to face, very effective. Now, another reason would be communication internally for employees, managers, and all that. We'd be able to launch an app where it would be much more effective than using email. As I said before, email it's becoming to get outdated. It's still effective when people check it, but some people don't do that. With the smartphones exploding, the apps are very effective. So when people are constantly getting alerts about time schedules, blah blah blah, they'll be in there and it'll be very effective. Another would be the social media. If we get the dining services social media page, they're doing giveaways, retweets. If you follow this, blah blah blah, you can win $50 dining dollars and all that stuff. Doing giveaways, students love giveaways. They do giveaways all the time on social media for things not related to dining services. I feel it would be very effective for dining services, and so that's why it would be a very good investment. It would be money well spent. Student participation would go up, and it would be very effective.
A fairly good amount of time and effort will be needed to be able to put these recommendations into place. This will be because of the reconstruction of the Z6 dining hall. We'll be making it more modern to match the East Commons dining hall on the other side of campus. Our second recommendation will also take a little time since we'll be coming up with a completely new menu. We will be meeting up with our chefs to come up with healthy and delicious options that will be a good fit for the university and its students. Our third recommendation will take the least time and effort. We'll be creating the social media accounts that will gain followers itself. And another recommendation of ours will we come up to meal plans that suit the different types of students. This will also take the least time and effort.
So we at Chat and Chew want to take the time to thank you for paying attention to this proposal, and we hope that you will take all of the recommendations we've laid out for you seriously, and that you will think of working with us and letting us take your company to the next level. Just thank you for your time, and we've provided some business cards for you so you can contact with us in the future and to see a little bit of the work we can do. Thank you again, and you have a blessed day.